As soon as the class starts, my mind slips. I think about 1,000 things and I lose track of what the teacher is talking about. I can't listen and take notes at the same time. I'm completely lost. Is that something you relate to? Hi, my name is Justine Diensmar, and I'm a remedial teacher at the Disabilities Institute. Your focus is not unlimited. It is a fragile faculty that can be influenced by many things. It needs to be taken care of. The following strategies are mainly recommended for people with learning disabilities, but they can be beneficial for anyone. First of all, maintain a healthy lifestyle. The first thing to know is that there are many habits that influence your attention span. You should monitor them as they are a good protective mechanism, such as sleep quality. If you don't get enough sleep, 7 to 9 hours recommended every night. Have sleep apnea, insomnia, or you're going to bed too late. This will have an impact on your concentration. Also, overwork causes fatigue. Try not to eat too much or not enough. You need energy for your brain to work properly all day long. Avoid drinking too much coffee. Too much caffeine or other stimulants can have the opposite effect from what is expected on concentration. You'll find yourself more tired and less concentrated. It also increases anxiety, stress and concerns. Financial problems, affective disorders, and material preoccupations are among the most frequent causes of lack of concentration. A good solution is to schedule time in our day to think about these distractions. Physical activities oxygenate your brain and increase your attention span. However, it is not recommended to study after intensive training or any activity that can bring physical and nervous fatigue. Not enough spare time. Make space in your schedule for free time and hobbies. Give yourself a treat after a big work period. Be careful with screen time. We usually recommend to spend not more than 2 hours per day in front of any screen. Be prepared and stay motivated. You will be more focused in class if you're motivated and interested by what happens in it. You can spark this motivation by revising the past class content or by thinking about the importance of that class in your curriculum. This advice is especially useful for classes you think are harder and less interesting. Participate in class. Take notes even if you have class support like PowerPoint slides, or write down notes on this support. At least write down the questions you have. That way you can start encoding the class in your memory and you will save time later. Ask questions. Participate as much as you can. Find a quiet environment. When you study, find a calm, well-lit space where you can be comfortable and where you won't be disturbed or tempted to do something else. The library can be a great venue for some. For others, their bedroom suits them well. Stay away from distractions. Before you start working, take the time to completely turn off your cell phone. Ideally, your phone should be put away so that you can't see it. Otherwise, you may tend to look at it and you will need some effort to focus again on your task. After 2 to 3 interruptions, it becomes harder to fully focus. Time flies and your work is inefficient. If you work on a computer, close everything you don't need, especially social networks. Stay on the file you're working on, put it in full screen to isolate yourself from the rest. Control your inner speech. Controlling one's internal speech is a key factor in mobilizing and focalizing your attention on the task at hand. It is your inner speech that accompanies you. Make sure that it is not negative, devaluing. Otherwise, it might divert your attention from your task and orient itself towards the emotional, which usually lowers motivation. To control your inner speech, you can, for example, use it to speak directly to your task by asking yourself, how can I organize myself to achieve this task? Or where should I begin? That way, you control your thoughts. You can do it in your head or out loud, depending on the context. Finally, take breaks regularly. Try the Pomodoro technique. The optimal concentration time for an adult is about 25 minutes. This time frame is usually less for people with learning disabilities. To maximize your learning periods, think about taking breaks regularly. You can use the Pomodoro technique, which is 25 minutes of work followed by a 5-minute break. You can use a visual timer like a time timer. That can help to stay motivated by showing you how much time there is left before a break. Your break should not be too stimulating. Social networks are not recommended. Just stand up, move a little bit, stretch your muscles, look outside, and get a glass of water. There are many methods and strategies to help you solidify and use your attentional resources correctly, so don't hesitate to try them out as this is all in your hands.